Hello. So, yesterday I got back from Paris. I was there from Wednesday to Sunday, and I'll just sum up from the very beginning before I go into it. It was the best city that I visited so far this semester. So, before I go into my summary of my weekend in Paris, uh, first I want to tell you guys something that I forgot in my London video. When I was on my tour, we went and we saw the guards, the ones that are supposed to be, looking forward and straight faced the whole entire time, in front of St. James Place or St. Charles. I can't remember. It's where the prince lives, Prince Charles, and they were cracking up. There were two of them, and they could not keep it together. I thought that they were supposed to be composed at all times, and I think they are. But there was something about the people that were standing in front of them, or an inside joke. I'm not sure, but they were giggling like schoolgirls. So if you guys catch them at the right time, you can see a royal guard act like a normal human being, which I thought was really funny. It was one of the coolest parts of the trip. Okay, so that was about London, but now let's talk about Paris. Uh, the first 2 days I was with Yao, who was this girl in my program, and then on Friday, Celia, Osti, and Denise came. So on Wednesday, me and Yao get in, and we check into our hostel, which was not the best one that I've stayed at in the this semester, but you know we didn't spend too much time in there. We just slept there, so it really didn't matter that much. But it was in a really good neighborhood. It was in the Latin Quarter, so there were a lot of young bars and clubs in the area. So and restaurants actually. It was just a really young, hip area. So me and Yao get in, drop our bags, go get dinner. I had escargot for the first time. Tastes just like any other shellfish. Uh, it wasn't. It was actually pretty good, but nothing crazy. Um, and then we went to the Notre Dame, which was just the first in a series of breathtaking slash overwhelming monuments or places in France or sites. Uh, I was walking around with Yao and I was telling her how I thought. I was asking her, when do you think it was built? I think it's maybe 300, 400 years old. And then I saw that it is actually built in 1275, which was news to me. So the church is pushing 750 years old, and it is so detailed. It's remarkable, absolutely remarkable. If you haven't seen it, first of all, go to Paris. If you're watching this video, you need to go to Paris, but especially you have to see the Notre Dame while you're there. It's breathtaking, remarkably detailed. I was sitting in front of it, speechless, because it was so old but so well preserved, so beautiful. So that was Wednesday. Thursday was the touristy tourist day. It was just, it was crazy. We went to the Louvre, right? Everyone had been telling me, oh, you're gonna, try to get in early or whatever because the line's gonna be for forever. Me and Yao got in 10 minutes. We were not just in, we got waited in line, got inside, bought tickets, and were in the wing. I think it was Sully. We were in Sully within 10 minutes. So maybe we got lucky, or maybe it's just a myth that the Louvre line is really, really long. That myth was perpetrated by Eurotrip. I thought that I'd be in line for forever because of Eurotrip, but thanks. Uh, so after that, let's talk about the Louvre. First of all, First thing we saw, you go in, they know exactly what you want to see, Mona Lisa. So that's exactly where me and Yao went. We went to see the Mona Lisa. It is, it's weird because it is a very good painting. It is a very, very good painting, but it, I don't understand what makes it stand out because there's so many good paintings from that era, so many good Renaissance paintings, and so much detail. That's probably my favorite time period in terms of art. And I don't understand what it is that makes the Mona Lisa so famous. I don't know. I like it. I think it's a great painting. But what puts it above everything else? That's what I was left wondering. There was a huge crowd in front of it, of course. Um, but I don't get it. I thought that there were just as many lovely, wonderful, wonderful paintings that had no one standing in front of it. And actually, that might be a criticism of the Louvre. It's too awesome. It's too big. Me and Yao were in there for about 5.5 hours. We saw maybe 90% of the museum. By the end of it, you're just like, oh, there's a masterpiece right there. Wow, another great work of art. You get desensitized. Everything there is so great that it just loses its meaning because everything is so great. So you stop appreciating, or you appreciate less what you're seeing. So I don't know what way to, how you would correct that, but that's just how I felt. I felt emotionally drained and once again overwhelmed after going through the Louvre. Well, we get out of the Louvre, and of course, it is pouring, absolutely pouring. It feels like we're back in Amsterdam. And also, of course, neither of us have umbrellas. I never use an umbrella, and yeah, I forgot hers back in the hostel. So we were stuck. But we wanted to go down the Champs Elysees. I don't know how it's pronounced, but the main street that leads from the Louvre through the Royal Gardens to the Arc de Triomphe. So we walked down that in the pouring rain, stopped to get some dinner, then kept walking. Finally got to the Arc de Triomphe a while later. It was we were so wet, it was soaked, but we got some awesome pictures. Looks great at night. And then from the Arc de Triomphe, it's a very short walk to the Eiffel Tower, which, once again, moment number 3 of being completely overwhelmed. Once again, I don't understand. The Eiffel Tower is just metal. It's just pieces of iron or steel or whatever it's made out of. There's no decoration on it, but it is absolutely magnificent. It's definitely by far the best sight I saw in Paris, probably in Europe since I've been here. It's ridiculous. I loved it. And it was lit up. It was raining, but it was still perfect. Me and Yao were walking underneath it, and just as we are about to walk underneath it, I'm taking a picture from the very front of it upward, and then it hits the bottom of the top of the hour. I think it was midnight, and all the lights. There's like a lot of flashing lights that go on at the top of every hour, and it was just the perfect timing. It was intense, but it was amazing, and it definitely, I would say, is one of those things you have to see in your life. You have to go to Paris and you have to see the Eiffel Tower. Yeah. The next day, Celia, Austin, and Denise were going to come in the afternoon. I really didn't, have any preference for what we did. Yao wanted to see a few museums, so we went. But first, we stopped at the Trocadero, which is not exactly sure what it is. All I know is that it is it's up on a hill, and it's a fantastic vantage point of the Eiffel Tower. It's right in front. So we were there this time in the daytime when it was sunny. We got some awesome pictures, and once again, we were able to marvel at the view. So after that, we went to the Museum of Modern Art. I personally am not a fan of modern art. That's just me. Uh, so I just chilled. Yao had a blast. She went through all of it. Then after that, we went to the Musée d'Orsay, which is, I mean, it's literally right across the river, the Seine, or I don't know how to pronounce it, the Seine. It's right across the river from the Louvre, but it is fantastic. It's overshadowed by the Louvre because the Louvre is probably the best museum in the world. But this museum is also absolutely fantastic, a hidden gem. So they have a really great floor on Impressionism, which is another one of my favorite uh, genres of art, time periods. So that was great. Um, they have this huge clock on the top floor, and you can stand behind it and just view the river and the Paris skyline. It was perfect. So then our friends came over, and we were excited to see them. We had some dinner, and then we said we're gonna party tonight. Let's party. So to make a very, very long story short, and to not incriminate any of my friends, I'll just summarize that it was fortunate that no one got killed, no one got hurt, and most importantly, no one got arrested. That's all I have to say. It was one of the craziest nights that I've had this semester. And no, we did not end up getting into a club. That's all I have to say about that. The next day, we go to Montmartre. Montmartre, I don't know how to pronounce that either, but it's a mountain. It's a hill that overlooks the city, and then there's a church on top of the hill, like the very top, Sacré-Cœur. I also don't know how to pronounce it. The French have weird pronunciations, but it was amazing. Breathtaking moment number whatever. I forgot already. It was fantastic because you see, much like Park Güell in Barcelona, you see the whole entire city. It's just a sprawling metropolis, and just a breathtaking view, honestly. It's also the area of like struggling artists. It's basically, when you think of Paris, you think of like the struggling artists of Paris. That's the area. So it was really cool. The church there was really nice. The churches all over in Europe are just so detailed, so grandiose. I love it. I love it. Um, so, and then we took it easy that night. We had dinner by the Eiffel Tower. So that was Eiffel Tower viewing number 3 from the Trocadero at night. Absolutely breathtaking. Pretty sure I could have spent the whole entire night there, and I would have just been in peace with myself. Like, it's that beautiful. Then the next day, our last day was yesterday, we went and we walked around. Forget what the name of the area is called, but it is one of the only areas that's really open on Sunday. It's around the Bastille. We saw the Bastille. It's really nice. And we got a falafel, which was absolutely amazing. And then it was just a lot of walking. That one was probably the most relaxed uh, day of the trip, was the last one. A lot of walking down the shopping back streets of Paris. So fun. So there was a lot of events. It was a lot of just bouncing around from awesome place to awesome place in Paris. It was great. I said bonjour, merci, and au revoir as much as I possibly could, even in situations that didn't necessitate it. I said it, just because I love the way that those words sound. And the Parisians, they knew I was American. They weren't that snooty to me. I don't know. I keep on getting all these snooty French stereotypes sent my way, and I didn't feel it. The French were lovely people. Their language is lovely. Their metro is lovely. Their city is lovely. It just was a fantastic time. Everything is so beautiful, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Go there no matter how old you are. Go there, enjoy it, love it, and I will definitely be back there. So, thank you.